Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're looking back at Tuesday evening's league racing, the GTMC Season 4. Lobby 2, Round 9 at the Nürburgring. So, what an interesting Lobby 2 is turned out to be. This championship is so tight. What is the GTMC? The Gran Turismo Manufacturers Championship. It's VRC's only multi-category league racing championship, with our sim racers choosing a manufacturer at the beginning of the season. They then represent that manufacturer in a Group 4 and Group 3 racing cars. They will take the Group 4s out for 10 minutes of qualifying and race them for a sprint race of 15 minutes on super soft tyres. Then they will move over to the Group 3 cars and race under an endurance rules for 40 minutes. Sorry. The tables then. Let's get on with the tables. Big race tonight, so I've got to get through this pretty quick to turn around for the next one. So, Lobby 2, the table stands as Skyjacker. This is before drop scores. I will read you the drop scores as we're so late in the season. Only 2 rounds left and this championship is wide open. So Skyjacker is sitting at the top of the table with 378 points. In second place is Bunny on 363 points. Cymex is third, still in with a shout with 350 points, with Jim in fourth on 329 points. Jocus is fifth on 298 points, with Pat in sixth on 289 points. Shadow Rider dropping down to seventh with 273 points, and Rivixter in eighth on 220 points. Geordie in ninth on 138 points. Flashman in 10th on 127 points. Jam in 11th on 69 points, and Dutch is 12th on 24 points. Looking at the manufacturers table, I can inform you that Toyota is sat at the top of the table on 378 points, with McLaren in second place on 363 points, with Dodge in third on 350 points, Ferrari fourth on 340 points, Porsche in fifth on 331 points, Jaguar sixth on 303 points, Ford in seventh on 289 points, Mercedes eighth on 220 points, and a Hyundai are ninth on 139 points. Moving on to the drop scores. I feel like a bingo caller. How is everyone out there? You all good? Eh? So, after drop scores, the championship, after 2 rounds, the lowest scores dropped from the table. It looks like this. Bunny is sat on the top of the table with 317 points. Skyjacker is second on 305 points, and Cymex still in with a shout with 2 rounds to go, sitting in third on 286 points. Shadow Rider is fourth on 273 points. Jim fifth on 268 points. And Jokers is sixth on 244 points. Pat sitting in seventh on 237 points. Rivixter is eighth on 220 points. Geordie ninth on 138 points. Flashman is in 10th with 127 points. Jam is 11th on 69 points, and Dutch in 12th on 24 points. They're the tables. They've qualified, like I said, in the Group 4 car for 10 minutes. And that has set the table for round 9 and the sprint race. So we'll have a look how that grid looks before we get on with some juicy racing. So as I turn the camera around, there we go. That's the grid. And there's the Toyota of Skyjacker on pole. So in with the championship shout. He's coming back with a pole position for round 9. The championship leader, Bunny, sat in second on the grid. Jokers finding some form near the end of the season in third in the Jaguar. Cymex still with an outside shout of this championship in fourth in the Dodge Viper. Then we have Jim in the Ferrari. He's been fast, but that car is very, very in the corners. There is sixth for Rivixter in the Mercedes, and Pat seventh for the Dodge. Not the Dodge, Ford, sorry. I'm still thinking of Cymex, sorry. He's definitely in a Ford, is Pat. So that's your grid. Sorry for messing it up. Let's get on with the race. Let's see if we can do that right, shall we? Oh god, my controller's going weird again. Press the play, put the controller down, step away from the controller, and here we go. 15 minutes of racing here at Nürburgring for round 9 of the GTMC Lobby 2. And away they go. Oh, it's a bit of a slow start from Skyjacker. That Toyota doesn't get off the grid really well, and the Jaguar is absolutely flying into the first corner. Bunny keeping up with him in the McLaren there, and it's out of the Jokers and McLaren, and Jim from nowhere. Oh, Jim looks like he might have given Bunny a little knock, but it doesn't matter because Bunny has now taken the lead because Jokers went quite wide in the first corner, late braked it. Skyjacker back up into second spot with Simex there in third. The championship contenders sitting in first, second and third. Jokers there very close fourth, with Pat up into fifth place now, and Jim fighting Pat there for sixth. And Jim sits back in sixth place with Rivixter there in seventh. And here we have the battle now. Simex trying to defend from Jokers. Jokers all over the back of the Dodge. Was that a knock? No. Simex making it through the corner. Bunny there leading from Skyjacker. It's hotly contested here between those two. Simex needs to win though. Jokers there. He wants to come out of this season with a trophy, a win. Pat in fifth place, doing a fine job in that Ford, moving up 2 places in the grid. Jim down into sixth in that Ferrari. She can be a little shaky in the corners. There's Rivixter in 7th place. Now in the chat we've got Pat saying hello, Racer Brown saying hello everyone, and the one and only Thingamajig, that's me. And we have Skyjacker saying afternoon. So Bunny now leading the race from Skyjacker, and then we've got Simex in third. Joker's a very close fourth. He won't leave Simex alone. I believe these two have recently joined Team 13, so teammates there in inter-team racing. Pat there in 5th place ahead of Jim. Looks like Pat's pulling away from the Ferrari slightly, and Rivixter there in 7th spot. And here comes Skyjacker. He's looking to make a move into the chicane. Bunny's got the inside covered, but Skyjacker's already up. Looked like Bunny had a little bit of a lock-up in the chicane then, the tyre smoke, and Skyjacker now takes the lead in the Toyota. Be careful of those curbs, and Mr. Skyjacker, that Toyota likes to spin off the curbs. Bunny then in the McLaren down in 2nd place. Simex slowly edging away from the Jaguar of Jokers, and it does look like Pat's eking a little closer to the Jaguar, if I must say. Fantastic stuff. So into the first corner, Skyjacker, he's under threat from Bunny. Bunny's up the inside of the Toyota. The Toyota just clinging on around the outside, and he's still got his nose ahead for that first place. And Bunny sitting in second. He's not going to give it up there. He's getting a wide line out there as they come through the tight corners. Skyjacker still maintaining the lead, but Bunny is all up in his busyness. All the time these two are racing each other. Gives Simex the opportunity to pull ever closer. There goes Bunny. He's pulled ahead of the Toyota. The Toyota's still got the inside line though. Bunny is down, still in 2nd place, and Simex now getting very close to this battle between the two leaders. Joker's dropping away from them, and now he's going to have to start defending from the Ford as the Mustang pulls closer and closer together towards the Jaguar. Jim also clinging onto the back of that Mustang just about, and Rivixter keeping up with the Ferrari at the moment. Skyjacker then a lead in from Bunny. This championship's going to go down to the very last minute, I feel, of round 10. I don't believe anyone can call it at this point. Skyjacker, he's been in the VRC for a long time. He's been trying for a championship for a good while now. Is this his championship? Is this the one for him? Bunny, brand new rookie of the season, leading the championship, come in fighting, and he's also looking like the favourite for this championship. He's got the points lead with Simex there. A couple of good results going his way. I could also put him back smack bang in the middle of that championship fight for round 10. It's all to fight for. All 3 of these at the front know what's at stake. Jokers, he's now under real pressure from Pat. Pat has found himself a face full of Jaguar, and he's not even opting for the toe. Is Pat into the first corner, heavy onto the brakes, ever closer to the Jaguar, trusting the Ford will stop, edging up the outside. Joker's going very defensive. Pat, he's making the room for himself. Pat just comes through. And Joker's back up the inside of Pat for retaking that 4th place. All the time these two are battling it out. That gives the Ferrari an opportunity. There goes Jim now. He's really there. He's on the tail of these guys. Bunny's still leading from Skyjacker with Simex in 3rd, but the battle down for 4th, 5th and 6th is absolutely heating up. There's Jim now. He's got himself ahead of the Jaguar of Jokers. Jokers down into 6th place. Jim up into 5th place. And it looks like Pat's made a mistake. Has Pat made a mistake? Because Jim's coming through. Jim has made it through up into 4th place now. Pat down into 5th, and Jokers is trying. Jokers is there. Jokers up the inside. Oh, Jokers really up the inside. Very late on the brakes there. And he's got himself up into 4th, but Pat also moving back up into 4th place with Jokers and Jim's contact with each other. And Jokers there, he maintains a 4th in the Jaguar ahead, but Jim's coming back now. Jim's coming back, oh my lord. There's a trail of cars. Rivixter's going to get the one out of this. Rivixter late into the brakes, and he's gone out wide in that last corner, as has Pat. Pat's out wide now, and Joker's there in 4th with Jim in 5th, and they're battling it out up in the lead. I see they're all close together. Skyjacker's got a rear mirror full of Bunny with Simex there tagged onto the back of them, and this battle just continuing on and on for the whole race. 6 minutes in now of this 15-minute race. Skyjacker's still leading on lap 3 ahead of Bunny, and Simex is on their tail. Joker's there in 4th with Jim very close behind. Jim's gone for the inside there. Jim's making a move in the Ferrari, and now Jim up into 4th. Can the Jaguar come back at him as the Joker's got Grunt up the straight to attack the Ferrari in the first corner? Meanwhile, Pat and Rivixter sitting behind viewing this. They're side by side coming down the straight. It's going to be about the brakes. Jokers has got the better line on the inside. Can Jokers make it through? Late on the brakes is Jokers. He's through, and can Jim get back up the inside? They're still side by side as they leave the corner, but Jokers has just got a little advantage with the inside line and a little bit ahead of Jim. Jim's gone out wide. Not sure if there's contact there, but Jokers maintains that 4th place. Meanwhile, Skyjacker still defending from the lead, and Bunny's making a move. Bunny's looking out the inside of Skyjacker. Not the inside, it's the outside. Skyjacker taking that defensive line, keeping his lead ahead of Bunny, and Bunny has to defend now from Simex. Simex there, right on their tails. This is a battle. You could not ask for 3 harder races to take 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And who will be 1st, who will be 2nd, and who will be 3rd? At the moment, it's looking very good for Skyjacker at the tyre wear. We haven't been keeping an eye out, but I'm sure that will come into play. Hi Bunsen in the chat saying "Ooh" on the YouTube stream. Sat on board with Simex 3rd in this race, with Skyjacker just about getting in that corner, and Bunny is trying every trick in the book to try and get past that Toyota. And at the moment, the Toyota has all of the answers. Joker's then in 4th. He's dropped Jim a little bit there. Jim under pressure from the Mustang. Oh, Jim just kicking up a little bit of dirt there, and the Mustang is under threat from Rivixter. Rivixter looking like he's going to make a move in this race. Mercedes on home ground. And can he find a way past that Ford? He's looking one way, he's looking another way. He's on the brakes. Is there anything there? Pat still maintaining that 6th place ahead of Rivixter with Jim there in 5th. Joker's in 4th. Simex still sat on the tail of here, and there we go. Skyjacker and Bunny side by side again, coming into the first corner. Inches between the 2 cars as they maintain their lines down the straight. Skyjacker's just about got the lead, but Bunny's going to late break it into the corner. He's got the inside line, but Skyjacker maintaining, and they're both going inside. As Skyjacker lost the lead, but he's got the inside this corner now, and there you go. Skyjacker, cool head prevails. Skyjacker maintaining that lead, whilst Bunny is trying all sorts of business. But Skyjacker knowing where to put the Toyota for best effect, and Simex just sat at the end of these two, wanting to get past. Simex has got the fastest lap so far, and Bunny's going to get another go, but Skyjacker still on the inside, plonking that Toyota exactly where Bunny does not want it to be. And Bunny, car 53, the McLaren, he's trying everything. He's running out of time. It's 9.5 minutes into this race, so 5.5 minutes to go. Skyjacker leads from Bunny, and Simex sitting on their rear. Joker's got a nice bit of thin air there ahead of Jim. Jim pulling away from the Mustang, and the Mustang has pulled a little bit away from the Mercedes. So the battle up the front is the fierce one at the moment. Bunny is giving it his all. You'd think there was a championship in this. You'd think this was something important out of the who wins this race. Sat on board with the McLaren. Bunny's rookie season has been very impressive in the GTMC. He's walking away. Oh, he's up the side, but again, I think Skyjacker placing his car perfectly. Bunny walking away from this season with... Oh, has he done it? Is that the move? He looks like it's definitely the move. And Bunny, he's pulled one. He's got up the inside of Skyjacker. Is Skyjacker's tyres starting to hurt? They are quite red at the tips. But Bunny's are also. Simex, similar. Further back, Joker still in that 4th place ahead of Jim. Jim again under threat from Pat. Pat coming back at the Ferrari. Jim's last lap a 207.530. Pat's being a 207.060, so he's on a push. Bunny then maintaining that lead from Skyjacker. Simex now having a look. It's definitely the tyres. Oh my lord, there's contact. Simex has gone in a little hot into the corner. He's given Bunny a little tap, and Skyjacker manages to get himself back through ahead of Simex. Simex probably doing the gentlemanly thing, but he's on the tail of Skyjacker. Every point counts for these guys in this championship. They've all got an opportunity to be crowned the GTMC champion, Lobby 2. It's going to be weird having 2 GTMC champions, 2 reigning GTMC champions. I think it's going to be Little Sheepy in Lobby 1. I'm not sure though. And who knows? Bunny, Skyjacker, Simex. Simex again, another rookie into the season. And Simex having a cracking one. Still not grabbed a win this championship. He's got plenty of seconds and thirds. Sam in the chat saying howdy hoo. So Bunny leading the way from Skyjacker. Looks like now Bunny has got the edge. 207.196 last time around from Bunny. Skyjacker doing a 207.4. Simex doing a 207.3. Simex has got that fastest lap of the race, so that's another point, I believe, or 2. Joker's there in 4th. Jim in 6th ahead of Pat, who is in 7th, and Rivixter is there in 8th. A 207.907 from Rivixter, but I have heard the Mercedes is quite brutal to its tyres in these sprint races. We're just coming up to 13 minutes, 2 more minutes left of this race. Pat's tyres looking quite shady as well, but he is looking like he's getting closer to Jim. Last time around a 207.550 from Pat. Brilliant consistency. Apart from lap 3, Jim managing 207.5. Pat's having a look, but oh, it looks like Pat might have mistimed his braking there. He's put Jim into the shadow realm, and now waiting as Rivixter moves up into 5th place. So last minute action near the back of the pack. Joker's still sitting tidy in 4th place, not getting any closer to the guys ahead of him. And Rivixter now up into 5th place. He's not too far behind Joker's. A 207.710 from Rivixter last time round. Joker's a 207.6. Might be a big ask. And there we go. Oh, we got Pat trying to get past Jim. Oh no, yeah, well, Pat's let Jim through for the mistake, but now they're battling to the end. Bunny then, he's eked out a little bit of a lead from Skyjacker. Skyjacker still having to defend this whole race. Poor Skyjacker. In the chat then, was a cracking race, this one. In the chat, Racer Brown also saying, looks like it, mate. Skyjacker, 2 points for pole, 1 for fastest lap in each race, mate. Ah, so yeah, Simex getting a point for the fastest lap. Skyjacker already 2 points up in this race for the pole. My word, this championship is tight, man. Absolutely. There's Joker's in 4th, having quite a quiet race. Had a little bit of a battle early doors, but he's found himself on his own for the last half of this race, so he can just get some nice consistent lap times in. Pat saying caught the grass on the outside of turn 1. Turns out that doesn't help braking. No, it does sort of upset the braking in these cars when you try and do it on the grass. There is Jim in 6th then, just ahead of Pat. And it looks like Bunny has got this one tied up. We've only got 6 seconds left of racing. Bunny having to continue to do another lap. Skyjacker also with Cymex, the top 3. And Jokus, he's got through. He's going on. Rivixter then is your first to finish in 5th place. Great stuff from Rivixter. 6th place for Jim. And 7th for Pat. The other guys still battling on. Can Skyjacker keep that 2nd spot from Cymex? I think Cymex has cooked his tyres. Not as much as Skyjacker though. He'll only take one small mistake. Jokus a little bit further back from these guys. So Bunny, an absolute cracking race with Skyjacker. Battling for everything he could. And in the end, it was just the Toyota's tyres let him down. The wear, the tear, couldn't quite get into the 15-minute mark. Cymex sitting in 3rd, came close to have a look once or twice, but in the end he couldn't quite get past the Toyota or the McLaren. The McLaren on an absolute blinding race at the moment. This is quite a streak for Bunny. That's his 4th win. Well, no, he hasn't crossed the line yet, I know, but this will be his 4th win in a trot. And that is the stuff of champions there. Skyjacker, great 2nd place though, keeping his toe in the game. And Cymex still with a bit of skin in this championship. Jokus having a fine race to finish in a 4th spot. They're just coming up to the final chicane now. Bunny has got it all under control. Skyjacker, he's found himself a bit of space from Cymex in the end. And here he comes to take his 6th win of the season, his 4th in a row. Somebody stop him. Bunny takes the win. Well done. Skyjacker in 2nd. Hang on. Woohoo! So Bunny wins, Skyjacker in 2nd place. We've got a better shot of him than that, surely. There you go. Oh, that's a nice one. So brilliant stuff from these guys. Skyjacker, a well-needed podium after a couple of shady results. A 7th, a 4th, a 3rd, a 4th. So back on the podium again for Skyjacker, putting his championship plans into action. Cracking. Final podium position goes to Cymex. A tidy drive, an absolute cracking drive, but still, he's had so many podiums this season, but not seen that top step. It's got to be coming pretty soon. 10 times that man's visited the podium this season. And he's still got a little bit of skin in the game for this championship. So take a boo, my son. 4th place for Jokus. A little bit of rough and tumble early on, with Jokas coming through to get 4th place in the end. Rivixter, a fine drive to grab a 5th place. Kept his nose out of trouble, unlike some of the guys around him. And he comes through to take 5th on the final placings. 6th for Jim. Looks Ferrari looked fast today, but came into a few issues, Pat being one of them. Sorry, Pat. And Jim finishing in 6th, but he looked like he was having a bit of a knock from everyone. Jokus, Pat. It was hit the Ferrari day today. And there you go, 7th for Pat in the end. He was having a cracking race, started giving it some to the Jaguar for 4th place, but the race kind of unravelled for him, with him touching the grass and ploughing into the back of Jim. 7th spot. So now we'll move on. They'll jump into the Group 3 cars. Ooh, I did look at the spinny thing yesterday, but any excuse to open up the app. Oh, let me let Jokus cross the line. Here we go, Jokus. Woo! As I open the app and get myself into some spinny things. Alright, hang on, let me start loading it up. trying to do two things at once, which I've been told I'm not good at. Random draw, YouTube, and which one is it? It's this one, I believe. Should have already rolled it up. And it's number 5 on the spinny wheel thing. I'm pretty sure that is Whiskey in a Jar. Never said to me. No, I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, so the race results from race 1 will be turned upside down at position 5. Now, who finished in position 5? That was a Rivixter. So now Rivixter will be our pole sitter for a rolling start in the Group 3 cars for a 40-minute race. The racing super softs, racing softs and racing mediums are all available, and our competitors have to use two compounds of those 3 during this race. We saw in lobby 1 the 1 stop was the preferred stop. The 2 stoppers just pulled up a little bit short. Skyjacker in the chat, it is Whiskey in the Jar. Mate, was listening to tunes through headphones whilst racing. Oh, I see. I'm chuffed that I got it. So Rivixter leads them away. Joker's in 2nd. Cymex there in 3rd. Skyjacker in 4th. Bunny, the stint race winner, in 5th. Jim in 6th, ahead of Pat in 7th. And there they go. Rivixter heading to the first corner. Joker's in the Jaguar. These cars are fast. There's Cymex. Cymex, great opportunity for Cymex to try and get something out of this. Joker's and Cymex, I believe, recently joined Team 13. So we've got some inter-team racing there. Skyjacker in 4th in his Toyota. It looked like Bunny was bouncing over the curbs. He's under threat from the Ferrari. The Ferrari looking to get some business on the go, with Pat throwing that Mustang through the chicane. My word. Pat in the chat, first time I crossed the line in last place since the Red Bull Ring sprint race. Well done, Pat. You've been having a cracking season. I am not faulting you at all. And Bunny is up in Sky. Hey up, hey up. Lots of change here. So what's happened here then? Might have to go back again because it's all there was Joker's. He was in 2nd. He's got Bunny now all up in his business. Ooh, a little tap for Bunny. Skyjacker coming through the inside of Joker's. And Joker's, there's nothing he could do there. He just sat there. Cymex in 5th place with Jim there in 6th coming through. And we saw Jim having a pop at Bunny, and now Bunny up into 2nd place ahead of Skyjacker. That is not who Skyjacker wants to see ahead of him, and Cymex definitely doesn't want to see the pair of those ahead of him. It's gone all P-Tong early doors for Cymex, but don't forget there may be fuel saving, tyre saving, all sorts of strategy may be happening in these cars right now. Rivixter meanwhile leading them away in his Mercedes at the home ground of the Nürburgring for round 9 here. And there's Skyjacker's trying to make an early move. These two continuing that championship fight between the two of them. From the sprint race into the feature race, it's spilled over. Skyjacker's trying to get the move done, but Bunny has got the inside line for the chicane, so Bunny should come out on top. But no, Skyjacker's just slightly ahead, and Skyjacker takes the place. He takes the place in his Toyota, and Bunny is down to 3rd, and he's got to worry about Jokers and Cymex. Cymex is trying to make some places up. He's going up the inside of the Jaguar. Can he make it stick? They're side by side mid-corner, and as they come out, Joker's out wide. He's moved over onto Cymex's line. Cymex still there in 4th, ahead of Jokers. And he's there, he's got it, but can Jokers make a move into the first corner? He's going late onto the brakes. He's having a look up the inside of Cymex, but Cymex is out wide, and Jokers is up into 4th, and it looks like Cymex has got a struggle now from Jim in the Ferrari. It looks like he's really struggling with that Dodge Viper in the first corner. It's got turning issues. He's not liking it. So Rivixter now, he's got a rear full. Ooh, Rivixter just losing the back end a little bit coming out of the corner, and Skyjacker is sat firmly on his bumper, with Bunny firmly on Skyjacker's rear. Also Joker's there in 4th place ahead of Cymex. That's not what Cymex needs at the moment. Cymex needs to be up in the thick of it for his championship. Jim in 6th ahead of Pat. Hoo-wee! So Rivixter, let's get on board with Skyjacker, sitting behind the leader of the feature race, 3 minutes in. on lap 2. It's a long way to go for these guys still. I'm just sipping my coffee, chilling out, chillaxing. Yeah, big race tonight at Fuji. So after this is finished, you should have time to nip out, get yourself some Doritos and a dip, and sit back for a 2.5-hour race at the Fuji, foot of the Fuji mountain. Skyjacker still doing all he can to get past the Mercedes. And there he's having a look, he's having a look, he's got half of it. No, the Mercedes is just too powerful for Skyjacker to get up the inside of. But he's continuing to try, and all the time he's trying, Bunny is getting an opportunity to get the Toyota. They're there, a train of 4 cars all together. Looks like the Dodge Viper just can't stay with him today. Skyjacker, he's not making a move on Rivixter in this corner. Rivixter still leading into the first corner. Everyone's being sensible, everyone's getting through. Oh, it looks like Joker's trying to make a move on the McLaren, and he's up into 3rd place. Joker's in the Jaguar, but the McLaren's still there up the inside, and as they come, where has he gone? There he is, sorry, and there you go, Bunny moving back into 3rd spot ahead of Joker's. Oh my god, Rivixter's had enough. Oh my lord, what has happened here? So Rivixter still leading, he's got the brakes a little bit there. Oh, it looks like he spun around onto Skyjacker. Skyjacker then, he loses position to Bunny as well in amongst all of that. So Bunny there into the lead again by Skyjacker in 2nd, and Jokers is on fire. He wants that 2nd place from Skyjacker. Cymex has got himself back into this fight with the leaders, with Jim now up into 5th ahead of Pat, and Rivixter down into 7th spot. Amazing stuff here in this race, and Bunny now, he's under threat from Skyjacker. Skyjacker going for a move in Dunlop as they head up to the Mark Schumacher S's. Skyjacker leading from Bunny, and the Joker's ahead of Cymex. Cymex needs to shuffle this around. And Skyjacker, this is perfect for Skyjacker. This is what he needs. He could do with Bunny dropping a few positions, to be truthful. Bunny has just got to stay on the back of that Toyota. I think possibly if he finishes 2nd to Skyjacker for the rest of the races, he could still be champion. Jokers wants to get involved. That could help Skyjacker out a lot. Remember, they've also got to think about their strategies. We're nearly 6 minutes into this race. Quarter of a tank used for Skyjacker on his racing softs. Bunny also on the racing softs, also a quarter of a tank used. He's pulled out of the slipstream. He's looking into the first corner. Bunny wants the lead of this race in that McLaren. We've seen now this played out in the GT4s, the Group 4 cars. And it looks like Bunny has made the move in that McLaren up into the lead, but Skyjacker's got that inside line. He's going to make it very difficult for Bunny. But no, Bunny's just a little bit there. There was a little bit of contact, and Skyjacker now back into the lead of this race. But Bunny's got the inside line, but Jokers is right there. He's going to really mess this stuff up for these guys. And Bunny is leading, Jokers is leading. The grunt of that Jaguar coming through between the Toyota and the McLaren. And Skyjacker and Bunny in a championship battle. They can't throw anything away right now. So I doubt they can really go and take the fight to the Jaguar without risking losing positions. And there's Cymex. Cymex also trying to have a look up the inside of Skyjacker, and Cymex has got it. He's made the move. They're side by side in the apex, and Cymex there up into 3rd for the Dodge, and Skyjacker dropping like a brick down into 4th place. But Skyjacker may now be easing off his fuel. We're nearly just gone 7 minutes into this race. We don't know who's on 2-stop, who's on 1-stop at this point. Jokers, he's absolutely flying. I'd hazard a guess he's going to go for 2-stop, the way he's burning through his fuel. Bunny, he sees his fuel's not too bad. They want to be about the halfway mark at 10 minutes. Cymex, they're in 3rd. This is a battle here with Skyjacker, Cymex and Bunny. No one wants to risk anything here. They're all pulling their punches. Cymex down into 4th now. It looked like he was going to make a move on 2nd place, Bunny. And thought better of it, and Skyjacker managing to get back up into 3rd. Jokers then pulling away. Recently joined Team 13, and it's done wonders for his driving. He's absolutely beasting it out there at the moment. And he's Jaguar. So there we go, Skyjacker making a move on the Bunster. Looks like Cymex giving him a little nudge. Oh, Cymex looks like he's got reset to the track. That was weird. So Skyjacker there, he's battling with Bunny. Oh my word, Bunny's got a little shaky dakey on. And Skyjacker, is he going to keep it around the outside? Because, oh no, the McLaren's tried to pull over, didn't realise the Toyota was there. And my word, this battle is heating up for this championship now. And Jokers is laughing all the way to the bank. He says, fight it out, boys, fight it out. Jim then, oh, Cymex lost out from that. I don't know what happened to him. It looks like he got replaced. Back on track again. But Cymex down into 6th place behind Pat in the Ford Mustang. Jim there now up into 4th place. Rivixter still down in 7th. Ooh, he lost a lot of time on that lap 3. But he's back on pace now. Skyjacker says, mental, how many places changed hands between the top 4? So Joker's leading there, Skyjacker in 2nd, with Bunny there in 3rd place. Bunny looking again. These two are having an absolutely ding-dong of a round. Skyjacker and Bunny. And Jim, he's a little bit far off these guys. Did a 1:59.0 his last time around. Bunny doing a 59.6. Skyjacker doing a 2 minute. So if they maintain this pace, Jim will be on the back of these guys pretty soon. We're just coming up close to the 10-minute mark. Jim on half a tank of fuel. That's what you need to be on for that one stop to work. Also Jokers on the half a tank. Yeah, Skyjacker a little bit over half a tank. He seems to have pulled a little bit away from Bunny on this lap. Bunny, that back end of the McLaren will not settle down. There's more movement there as Cymex goes up the inside of Pat in the final corner. And Cymex now back up into 5th place, and he's hunting down Jim for his 4th place back. Jim doing his fastest lap out of the race so far at 58.288. We see Jim quite regularly gets the fastest lap in this endurance race. There was some tyre smoke there, I think, in the background, but Cymex still ahead of Pat, but Pat all over the back of the Dodge right now, and he wants a piece of that Viper action. Joker's getting purples. He's got the fastest lap so far with a 57.347. Did a 57.530 his last time around. The back, oh, he's on the super softs as well, so he's starting to lose a little traction in the corners. And Skyjacker on his racing softs will be coming back at the Jaguar, and he'll be bringing Bunny along with him. Jim, he's getting ever closer to those guys. A 58.2 last time around. Bunny managing a 58.8, and Skyjacker managing a 57.6. So Skyjacker back on it again with Joker's on a 57.3, but Joker's tyres are visually starting to drop away. We're seeing him snaking in the corners, shaking and baking all over the place. Skyjacker inching closer to the Jaguar. Bunny not maintaining that same pace of Skyjacker at this point in the race. And that McLaren looks like he wants to bounce out every corner. It really does. Little twitches. He's got like a twitch. Jim in 4th, keeping his head down, cracking on. He's got a bit of a gap now from Cymex. Cymex at 2:04.1 that last lap. That was the lap that I think he got replaced on track. Lost a lot of time from it. Pat there in 6th, ahead of Rivixter. Rivixter not too far behind these guys. Did a 58.1 his last time around. Pat did a 2 minute 2. Oh, Jim's gone into the pits. Very early call for Jim. So Jim into the pits then in the Ferrari. Joker's still leading from Skyjacker. Bunny's dropped away from these guys now. It's spread out through the top 3. We're 12 minutes into this race. That's a very early pit stop from Jim. Cymex then in 4th. It's usually around about the 14-minute mark we see the 2 stoppers. So Jim at 12.5 minutes, very, I'd say, early, but he must have something up his sleeves. He's put the super softs on, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. He's going for a qualifying stint now. He's going to go and get that fastest lap, bang some laps in, and see where he ends up when everyone pits. Joker's then That lead is around about the same, 58.097 from Jokers, and Skyjacker though at 57.6. Skyjacker definitely a lot faster than Jokers at this point in the race. Bunny at 59.7. He's either major fuel saving or the tyres, and he's got to use this. Well, he could use the mediums, but that's a very brave move. But he'll have to use the super softs, and they'll wear even faster than those softs. So Bunny trying to recalculate his strategy right now as Skyjacker is trying to take the lead from Jokers. Jokers, ooh, he's out there wide. Those tyres are really starting to burn out for him. He might want to consider a two-stop. Would a one-stop work for him if he's going to lose a lot of time? Skyjacker absolutely making it work for him at the moment. 13.5 minutes into this race. Skyjacker romping up to the back of the Jaguar, while Bunny is trying to keep the McLaren in a straight line. Again, twitching out the corner. That McLaren is psychotic. Jokers is in the pits. Those tyres just too much for the Team 13 driver. Skyjacker then leading the race, leading this race and trying to make amends of that championship, whereas Bunny is leading. Bunny there in second place, but Skyjacker needs him to finish further down. Cymex then is up to third. We've got Rivixter and Jokers into the pits. Cymex, he's opting to stay out. We're just coming up to we're just past the 14-minute mark. Pat, he stayed out in fourth. Jim with his early pit stop, is he going to jump Rivixter and Jokers? Jokers is there, he's just fueled up, he's been released. Jim's coming down the start straight. Jokers though, he's out of the pits. No, that's Pat. There he goes, he's at the end of the pit lane. So Jim very close to Jokers, and Jokers was leading the race, remember, so Jim has really put his hat into the fight here. These two though, they've got to really get a shifty on before the guys in the lead of the race and make their stops. They'll be losing time as their tyres go away from them. 158.0 from Skyjacker. Wow, is that really his lap times? Lap 6 and lap 5 for Skyjacker were absolutely dead on the same. That's amazing. So Skyjacker, he's got himself 2 personal best laps in this race so far. Doesn't do things by halves, he does it by doubles. So a Bunny in second place. He's only maintaining them 59s, while Skyjacker, he's in the 57s, just dropping into the 58s. So at this point in the race, Skyjacker has got a lot more pace than Bunny. Bunny, I'm guessing, trying to make that one stop work for him. The McLaren looking very twitchy in this race. Cymex 58.2 last time around from him. He's also trying to make that car go further into the race. Pat then in fourth. He did a 59.2. So he's on pace with the leaders. And Jokers, after his pit stop on those super softs. Jim dropping away a bit, he's on the super softs as well. And these two absolutely need to nail some of these lap times to try and get ahead, and a bit of space ahead of the one stoppers when they finally come in. And Skyjacker still no sign of looking like he's interested in seeing his mechanics. Going around for lap 9, leading the Nürburgring, round 9 of the GTMC4 Lobby 2, where we don't know who's going to win the championship. There really is. I mean, Lobby 1, you look at that and you kind of think, yeah, it looks like Little GPs has got this one wrapped up. But this championship, I think it's going to go right till the very end. I don't think we're going to know. We're going to have to wait for the release of the tables to find out who the champion is. And it's amazing, it's great when you get tables like that. Bunny in second place, all he has to do is keep scoring those points. It's Skyjacker that's got to do all the work and hope Bunny gets a bad result here or there. Cymex, he really needs to start winning them, but all the time he's scoring good points. It's all good and gravy. Pat there in fourth, doing a fantastic job. We're 17 minutes into this race, 3 minutes away from that halfway mark. Jokers on a 2-stop strategy. He's done his outlap, that's all really. Oh, a 56.5 from Jim, taking the fastest lap of the race. I did say we see that Ferrari often taking fastest laps, and he's absolutely on fire at the moment. He could really put himself into contention at this point in the race. Jokers, he's only done his outlap so far, so we haven't really seen his true pace since putting the super softs on. He's done this is his second stint on the super softs. Jim absolutely on fire. Whoa! Saw Joker's bunny hop in the distance. Must have drove over one of those invisible cones. And Skyjacker leading the way again, opting no pit stop please, nor does Bunny. Cymex getting closer, a 59.1 from Cymex last time around. Bunny a 2-minute .1. So Bunny really trying to eke out that McLaren and keep it going. But he's losing time. Hand over fist to Cymex. Cymex's fuel has started flashing. Can he? It doesn't look like he's going to. He could make halfway. I think at the end of this lap we'll be about halfway. And Pat's got loads of fuel. He could lend Cymex some if Cymex wants to pull over. And there is Skyjacker. He's going to be in the pits soon. Like I said, I think roughly the end of this lap is the halfway mark for these guys. And they've done a cracking job. Joker's then a 57.2, we can see he did, and Jim is getting closer, a 56.6 again from Jim in that Ferrari. Oh, the Ferrari misbehaving a little bit, and he's done a little bunny hop over one of the invisible cones. And Joker's and Jim were interested to see where they shake out after the pit stops. The one stoppers should be shuffling behind those guys, but then the two stoppers will come in again. And then it's race on. We'll have to see if the two stoppers can get past the one stoppers. And Bunny losing time to Skyjacker. Skyjacker's got a lovely little cushion ahead of Bunny here, leading this race. Cymex in third, very close. Could be down to the team mechanics. They could turn this around in the pit stops, get Cymex out before Bunny. Cymex will have to put more fuel in than Bunny, so his standing stop should be longer. Pat then having a cracking race in fourth spot, 203.1 last time around. Cymex managing at 159.1. Bunny at 2 minutes .1. I did see someone there, Cymex. He's disappeared into the pits. As we come up to the halfway mark, Skyjacker opting to carry on round. He's got loads of fuel, as has Bunny. So Pat, he's opted to carry on around, even though his racing softs look more red than white. Joker's on a push. He's going to get himself ahead of Cymex. Can Jim get himself ahead of Cymex? We assume so. Jim on an absolute push at the moment on his super softs. He's qualifying every lap. And Rivixter's not far behind. Where did Rivixter come from? Rivixter at 56.9 last time around. Look at him. He's low on fuel though, is Rivixter. Jim and Rivixter both moving ahead of Cymex. Cymex still in the pits. Skyjacker ahead of Bunny. Pat there in a third place. We assume these guys are going to pit at the end of this lap. We are coming up to the 21-minute mark in this 40-minute race. Joker's absolutely on a push. He's not that far behind. I think, well, Skyjacker, it's going to be very nip and tuck for when Skyjacker comes out and Joker's on track. But I think Joker's might jump Bunny, and he's definitely jumped Cymex. Cymex though is ahead of Rivixter. Oh, Cymex has come out of the pits. Oh, Jim's lost the back end. Oh, poor Jim. Oh, the Ferrari's back end just giving up on him. He did a 209.1 his last time around. Is he just pushing too hard in that Ferrari? What a shame. And Jim losing the position to Cymex. Cymex, he's gone for the medium tyres. Cymex has gone for the medium tyres. A bold move there. A bold move from the Viper. I think we've seen him do it before, and he's pulled it off. He gets them to work. Skyjacker then, he's going into the pits on his softs, and Bunny, we assume, will follow him through. No, Bunny is continuing on another round. He's going around for another try. Skyjacker, for Bunny, you're going to lose more time than you would Skyjacker's going to lose. Trying to stay out on those old tyres, but they have got to put the super softs on, and if the softs aren't lasting, the super softs definitely aren't going to last unless they do what Cymex has done and opt to go for mediums. There is Joker's taking the lead, taking second place away from Skyjacker as he's in the pits. Pat also coming to the pit stop, say hello to his car mechanics. Cymex then, can he take those two positions? He was behind Skyjacker on track. There's Skyjacker moving away again. So Skyjacker gets out ahead of Cymex, but it's, Cymex only just getting onto the start straight. So a great stop there from Skyjacker. He's only got Joker's ahead. And Joker's obviously will have to pit before the end of this race. Skyjacker did. Ooh, Bunny's just lost it. Bunny's just dropped it. Oh my word. Oh my lords. And oh my God. All three of them. Jesus, wet Bunny. This is the championship. Skyjacker's made his pit stop. He's on the softer tyres. There you see the back wheels spinning faster than what they can tract onto the tarmac, and the McLaren goes around and around Skyjacker, he's not aware of what is happening. Joker's there in second place. He's getting closer to the McLaren. Oh my gosh, it was just one lap too many, Bunny, I'm afraid. Oh God. And Joker's there in second. Skyjacker, he's getting great laps there. He's on the super soft tyres, but can they last for the whole race? That is what we're asking with Simex on those medium tyres. Can he maintain a good enough a fast lap with the medium tyres to make a difference at the end of this race? Pat there, he's opted to go for the super softs. We have only got oh God, we've got 16 and a half minutes left of racing here. Jim, we saw losing it. 2:28 he lost on that lap. That was awful for Jim. Jim was on a real push as well, but I think he just asked too much for that Ferrari, and the back end came round. Bunny then, he's oh God, Bunny. I don't know what to say, man, until you've done your pit stop. We don't know what the damage is, but Joker's is getting closer. He did a 57.009 last time around. Bunny a 59.3, so Bunny was maintaining a good lap. And there he goes. He comes into the pits, and all eyes turn to Skyjacker. He goes into the final chicane, the NGK, and up to the Coca-Cola curve, onto the start straight. And Bunny is there. He's not even reached his box yet. Joker still leading this race now, or he has taken over the lead of this race. Skyjacker into second on those super soft tyres. Bunny's getting his tyres on, then he's got to get fuel on. Simex on those medium tyres. Simex, I think that spin's cost him third place as Bunny, because Simex now on the medium tyres. The only thing Bunny can take from this is that he's going to be possibly on the super softs, we assume, as he comes out. Yes, he's on the super softs. Simex though up into third as he goes into the first corner, but it's very close. It's close enough between these two. Joker's still leading on his two-stop strategy, but we know he has to come back into the pits before the end of this race, and Skyjacker is less than a pit stop behind Joker's. I'd say Joker's go in earlier, give you more racing time at the end. Possibly not because of the tyres, because Skyjacker's tyres will be burnt by the end of his stint. Simex there on his medium tyres, taking a gamble. He's managing a 59.7 on those medium tyres, where we know that the guys on the softs doing 57s, 56s. Who's got the fastest lap? Can we see? A 56.5 from Jim. Jim's lost all pace though in that Ferrari. He's just pushing. He's lost his head, I think. A 204.015 last time around. Oh, it was looking good, Jimbo. I'm so sorry, my friend. When you come out the pits just behind Joker's, I thought we are race on, but a couple of bad laps. I know the Ferrari is a very finicky drive. So Jim in fifth, Joker's in first. When will Joker's pit then? 14 minutes left of racing here. Skyjacker ahead of Simex. A good lead that Skyjacker's got over Simex. Skyjacker, he could ease off a little bit if he wanted to, as he does the fastest lap of a 56.348. So Skyjacker easing off now, waiting for Jokers to make his pit stop. Although remember, Skyjacker's probably not aware that Simex is on the medium tyre. So Skyjacker pushing for all he can. He needs this win. He really needs this win. Bunny there in fourth place. Oh, I cannot believe it's been an absolute perfect race for him so far, apart from that one spin, and it's cost him that place behind Simex. And Jim into the pits. Fuel required. Rivixter there, it looks like he's recently pitted in that Mercedes. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get ahead of Jim. He should be able to. Pat then, he's on a one-stop strategy. He's behind Bunny. Bunny doing his fastest lap times so far. Simex on those medium tyres. Managed a 58.0 last time around. Rivixter does get ahead of Jim in the pit stops. Does Rivixter have to pit again? It doesn't look like it. Looks like Rivixter is running to the end. So those couple of bad laps has cost Jim quite a lot there. But Jokers, that must mean, is going to be into the pit. Oh, Jokers has lost a position. Hang on, sorry guys. So busy looking around. When did that happen? My word, it happened ages ago. So Jokers was leading on lap 14. Oh, he just got onto the dusty part of the track there. And oh no, and then he makes it worse for himself by spinning her all the way around. Skyjacker gets the yellow flag and says, yes, thank you. And there, oh, there you go. And Jokers gets going eventually in the Jaguar. Poor Jokers. Cymex then. He'll be seeing that there's a lead change up ahead. Seeing the time drop in between him and Jokas, so they might even be on chat together, being teammates. Bunny there in 4th, Jim. Oh yeah, we saw him going in the pits. That's what we were watching when Jokas lost the lead. So Skyjacker back into the lead of the race at 56.348 as well. Fastest lap, pole position, and possibly the race win. That is some lots of points haulage. Skyjacker, Jokers has just spun too, mate. Yeah, I got it. Cheers, thank you, Skyjacker. Awesome. So Jokers then, car being a bit finicky with his tyres. His fuel quite low, I would imagine. He's going to throw it into the pits at the end of this lap. He's got quite a distance on Cymex coming out. Cymex on those medium tyres of 58.0 last time around. Bunny, his tyres will go off before the end of the race. The Joker still might be in with a shout. He's gone around again. He hasn't gone in. And Joker's in the chat saying, evening. Alright, Jokers. Oh, sorry, dude. I just saw you. Just touch a little bit of dirt and spin her around. But I still think second place is on for you, Jokers, after your pit stop. Fresh tyres against Cymex's mediums. Bunnies. Oh, Bunny's getting the fastest lap. Or he had, no, yeah, he got the fastest lap, sorry. There you go, a 56.265. My word, look at these lap times dropping. Skyjacker did a 56.5 his last time around. Jokers still in with a shout here after his pit stop. He's going to be somewhere behind Cymex and Bunny. I saw someone going flying off. No, Rivixter there. And Jim, he's come out, he's got to put some cracking laps in if he wants to catch Rivixter up. It's not looking likely. There is Pat in 5th place and Cymex 3rd, just ahead of Bunny. Bunny doing a 56.2 his last time around. Cymex doing a 58.2. Joker's on a 2-stop strategy. His fuel is now flashing. He's got to get in, get those tyres changed, get a bit of fuel on. He'll come out behind Bunny, maybe ahead of Pat, and he'll have to do some hard racing to get back up into 2nd place. Skyjacker in the chat say, we all know nothing is definite with me. Lol, I was bricking it at this point, but this is looking great, Skyjacker. Oh my, if this is the finishing results, and Bunny losing most points down there in 4th, it couldn't have worked out better. That table will be an absolute bedlam going into the last round if this is the way it stands. But there's still 10 minutes left of racing, and like Skyjacker has said, anything can happen. Jokers' car snaking, he's totally lost the chicane. He has to come into the pits. Those tyres are giving him absolutely no traction whatsoever. So here comes Jokers into the pits. Cymex just ahead of Bunny. Bunny's on a flyer. He's coming up towards the Dodge. The Dodge is going to have to defend. Jokers is coming up to his pit markers. He will end up behind these guys, but if they're fighting and he's on brand new tyres, he may have an opportunity to catch them back up. And there we see Jokers is in. He's not even there yet. Oh my word. Pat may get ahead of Jokers. We'll see. And Bunny at the moment is absolutely blasting it. Done a 55.4. A 55. My word, Bunny, where did that come from? Oh, no, 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 no. Bunny's just lost the back end. Jokers is in the pit lane. Pat has gone through. Up into 4th. Bunny is getting going again. Oh, Bunny, Bunny, Bunny. Skyjacker's smiling from ear to ear. This is exactly what he needs in this championship right now. Cymex also getting better points than Bunny. Bunny is down in 3rd place. He's under threat from Pat. And Jokers, who's got going again, and Jokers is on fresher tyres. We've got 9 minutes left of racing. This is nail-biting stuff. This is the edge of your seat stuff. What is going to happen? Can Skyjacker keep that car going the right way? Can Cymex maintain that medium run that he is on? Can Bunny stay ahead of Pat at this point? Pat did a 59.7 last time around. And Jokers, he's out onto the track and he has got a score to settle. Rivixter still ahead, a 59.0 of Jim a 57.0. You can see the Mercedes very far in the distance with still 8 and a bit minutes of racing. Anything can happen. There is Skyjacker. His tyres are going to be going off corner by corner. He's going to be convincing himself that something's wrong, that the tyres have gone. And Cymex all the time, a 58.1 from Cymex. Skyjacker at 56.4. He's pulling away. Distance over distance, a 57.4 the last time around, but remember these cars were down in the 59s when their tyres went, and that was on the racing softs, the super softs, who knows. And Cymex will maintain that 58 marker on those mediums for longer, so the race might come back to him on those mediums. Bunny, he's lost a little time to him after an amazing lap time of 55.4. Crazy stuff. Pat can't quite get on pace with the McLaren. Joker's ever pulling closer to the Mustang. Let's get on board with Jokas as he catches up. Pat on older tyres and a one-stop strategy. Skyjacker leading from Cymex and Bunny in third place. Here is the battle for fourth and fifth. Pat and Jokas. Jokers breaking into the first corner. Castrol S up past Mercedes Arena. Coming around turn 3 into turn 4. And Jokers pulling ever closer to Pat as they head up to a Valvoline. Deceptively fast corner down into Fords as we're chasing the Fords. Long short straight up to Dunlop. Jokers ever closer, pulling towards the Mustang as we exit Dunlop. Get on the accelerator, heading towards the Schumacher S. Oh, Joker's on the curb. And there's Pat. He's gone onto the dust, and Jokers is up into fourth place. 1 down, 2 to go. As he breaks into Michelin. Warstein the curve. Heading down towards Advan Bogan. Towards the MGK chicane. Fourth place for Jokers. That's cracking stuff. How far away is Bunny? He's not too far away, and Bunny's got a very loose back end tonight as he comes around Coca-Cola curve to complete a lap with Jokers in the Jaguar and an overtake on Pat. So Skyjacker leading the way from Cymex. Cymex on those medium tyres. He's dropped down into the 59s. Bunny did a 57.0. Oh my lord. And Jokers did a 57.7. So Jokers, he's got to pick that pace up if he wants to catch up second and third and get his second place back. We've got 5 minutes left of racing here, and for me it looks like Skyjacker has this wrapped up. It's looking very good for the Toyota driver. Cymex, it couldn't have worked out better for him as well, being having Cymex ahead of Bunny in the championship. Cymex as well putting himself ever closer for round 10. I don't know if it's mathematically impossible by round 10. We'll have to see what the tables look like, but the medium move is worked out for him so far. And Bunny a 206.7. he lost on that spinning round. Joker's just coming out of the hairpin now, but he's got to get up there in the 56 and 55s to catch Bunny up. He's up. Jokers was up on his last lap. Skyjacker maintaining good pit times, lap time, sorry, 57s. Staying in the 57s. Cymex we saw dip into the 59s that last time around. They're quite spaced out though, Cymex. He's just got to keep Bunny behind him, and that's all. Bunny getting the fastest lap of the race with a 55.496. Unbelievable. I think he's the only guy to dip into the 55s. And he's chasing down at Cymex now. Cymex managing a 58.5 that lap around. Bunny managing a 56.2. So Bunny on a push. In the last 3.5 minutes of this race, Skyjacker 57.6. He's doing all right. He's out there. Did I say he's got a win? He has. He's got 3 wins so far this season. So this will bump him up to 4 if he can get it. Cymex doing a cracking job. Another podium, but still not seeing that top step for Cymex. He's saving it for round 10. He's going to take the win of both races. Bunny then, he's trying to get closer to Cymex, and Joker's a 56.9 from Joker. So these all might bunch up right together on the last lap, these 3 cars. Although Joker's is quite far back. I don't think there's much he can do from there, which is a shame. If he didn't have that spin, he would have been on the tail of those guys. He really would. Skyjacker is leading the way ahead of Cymex. The medium tyres, a great move from Cymex it seems. The super softs may have gone off, and Bunny, he would have been left very vulnerable. I think Cymex's mediums has got himself that second spot as with Bunny's small spins. And we're coming up to 38 minutes in this race now. Skyjacker still leading at 59.8, so those tyres are starting to go away from Skyjacker, but he's got a great lead on Cymex. Cymex only just coming around the final corner to cross the line. And he's going to grab himself a 58.3, so he's faster than Skyjacker at the moment, but that lead for Skyjacker, he needs Skyjacker to throw it off. And Bunny a 57.2 last time around, getting ever closer to Cymex for the last sort of minute and a half of this race. And there is Joker's a 57.5 the last time around from him. It's just not enough to catch these guys up ahead of him. It's enough to stay ahead of Pat though. 59.9 from Pat. Rivixter in 6th place with a 58.5 last time around. And Jim at 58.1. He's chasing down Rivixter for this last lap. Well, maybe the next lap. Could be the last lap. I don't think the timer might run out before Skyjacker reaches the line. I am not sure. Skyjacker now. As fuel's flashing, so's Cymex. Cymex maintaining ahead of Bunny. Bunny on a real push though. Wants that second place. Doesn't want to lose the points to Skyjacker. It's all about the championship at this point now. Joker's there. Great 4th spot for him. And what could have been, if he didn't have that spin ahead of Skyjacker, he would have been on the tail of Cymex and Bunny for sure. Bunny pushing to try and get to the back of that Dodge. Skyjacker, he's coming around the final corner with 10 seconds to go. We might just see that Skyjacker gets himself a lap to himself. Or he's just going to ease off the accelerator, and there you go. Skyjacker takes the win. He crawls across the line. Brilliant stuff. And Cymex still going around there. He's ahead of Bunny. Bunny's running out of corners. He's only got this one and the next one. He's too far behind. So Cymex looks like he's going to wrap up that second place on those medium tyres. Into the final corner comes Cymex ahead of Bunny to take second place. And there he goes. Cymex second. Bunny third. Congratulations. Take a boo, my son. Joker's coming around for that 4th spot in the end. Oh, what could have been, Jokers? What could have been? But yes, great move, great result. 4th spot, 4. Jokers 5th place for Pat. Cracking race for Pat. Kept his head down, did the 1 stop. There's nothing he could have done about Jokers today, but there you go, 5th place. seeing off Rivixter. Oh, Rivixter and Jim, a big finale for us as they come into the chicane. Rivixter trying to fight for that 6th spot. Jim wanting a little bit back. Rivixter maintaining it ahead of Jim. Jim's just there. He's coming for the final corner. Rivixter's trying to defend on the inside. Oh my lord, there's been contact. Rivixter still stays in 6th with Jim in 7th as they come up towards the line, and I am going to have to pause it right there. Whoo-wee! Look at them two getting all racy right in the last lap. So Skyjacker takes the win. Fantastic stuff. And what will this do for the championship? Amazing. He got pole position. He did not get the fastest lap in the end, I believe. Bunny got that bad boy, and he's the only one who got into the 55s. Amazing pace. So Cymex, a very clever strategy, netting him 2nd on the podium. That is terrible. I can't get a good picture of him. Sorry guys. There you go. Nearly a good picture of him. So 2nd place for Cymex in that Dodge, a 3rd and a 2nd. He loves his podiums, does Cymex. He's just got to get that final push to get a win before the end of the season. Only one more round to do it in Cymex. There you go. A 3rd goes to Bunny. Going to keep doing it. There you go. That's about as good as it's going to get. Bunny, the final podium position, keeping his championship alive. Take a boo, my son. But it's going to be tight now. It's going to make it hard work for him in round 10. And that McLaren Group 3 car looks like a handful. Joker's grabbing himself 4th on his 2-stop strategy there. He's the top 2-stop strategy guy. And he could have been on the podium today, I reckon. I reckon. Without the spin, I think he would have been on the back of the Cymex and Bunny, so it would have been interesting. 5th for Pat, brilliant stuff. A 1-stop strategy working out for him today. He gets himself 5th ahead of Rivixter. I'm going to give it to Rivixter. I reckon he's going to cross the line in 6th. With Jim down in 7th. Jim in the middle after the first pit stop. This looked like it was this race was opening up for Jim, but he had a couple of bad laps. Pushing, I think. And I know that Ferrari is quite a fight. So Jim in 7th. So congratulations to that man. He's well and truly thrown his hat into this championship and made his intentions clear. He wants one of those gold trophies behind his name in Discord. So, Skyjacker in the chat, there is a new link in league page on website to tables. There we go. This is brilliant stuff. So, go to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. And on there, as Skyjacker said, there is a new link so you can look at the tables of all of our leagues, which is great because Homesick Alien's mum was asking how I used to have to take screenshots of the tables and send it to her, and then she got a secret identity and joined Discord. So somewhere around Discord, boys, Homesick's mum's knocking about, so be careful. But now, no need for that. But hey, come in our Discord anyway. There's a big button on the website that says join our community. We're a friendly bunch. Come in and say hello. I love a GIF myself. I will probably reply with a GIF if you ever ask me something, because I can't get enough of them. In the chat, Skyjacker says, spill the beans then. I don't know who she is. I don't know her username. I honestly don't know. I don't know who it is. But yeah, someone in the Discord is Homesick Alien's mum. It's awesome. So there you go, that was that. Join us later on for our huge endurance race. It's going to go off. I'm telling you, we've got at least 6 or 7 champions racing together in our 2.5 hour endurance race. That's going to be special. And then at some point you will see the VGT lobby from Thursday night, league from Thursday night. That'll be I reckon probably Saturday daytime sometime. Then on Saturday evening, join us live for the World Series, the GT4 World Series, or the Group 4 World Series. I should have these things written down. And that is in America. So we're using the American manufacturers, and we're racing around, I want to say Laguna Seca. But we'll see. It'll be a surprise. And then Sunday, obviously, we have the Sunday Cup using the BMW M3s this week at Nürburgring. Yeah, a little bit of a theme. A couple of Nürburgrings. I think the VGT's at Nürburgring as well. We are enjoying Germany this week because they are our friends. Right then, that's me babbling over. Let me let you see these two go over as I tell you who I am, and then we'll get on with something to eat before I jump onto Fuji. The lobby's open in 15 minutes, I think. So there we go. I was your broadcaster, and there you go, Rivets 2, got it. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Anita Bang. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Come and join us for the Fuji. I love it. I like all people chatting to me in the stream. Doesn't make me feel so lonely. Okay, that's enough of looking at my replay sheet. I'll catch you later. Don't be nosy looking at